Sophie. Very nice to have you today for this interview. So can you first present yourself and present a little bit of your professional activities?
Yes, well, hello Damien. I'm a veterinary doctor, and I completed a veterinary school in 2017 in a veterinary school in Toulouse. And since that, I worked as a rural practitioner for 2 years. And after that, I completed a master's degree in epidemiology of tropical diseases in animals. And quickly after that, I had the opportunity to do a PhD that mainly took place during the Antherin Project. And so I was working on Eprinomectin resistance, and more specifically on dairy sheep.
Okay, so you mentioned the name of a project, Antherin. What's the project about, and what were your activities, involvement for this project?
The Antherin Project was mainly aimed at studying various aspects of using Eprinomectin in dairy sheep. Then the first aspect was evaluating if the loss of efficiency that certain veterinarians were observing in the field was actually due to resistance, or if it was due to underexposition or suboptimal exposition to the molecule. Another aspect was studying if indeed there was resistance, what were the underlying mechanisms of resistance. So it was a bit more fundamental research. And the last aspect was, okay, if there is resistance, how do we deal with it? Or if it's not present, how can we try and postpone appearance of this resistance? Can you
help us understand who gravitate around this project?
The leaders of the project were Anne Lespine and Philippe Jacquier at the Veterinary School in Toulouse, but also work at the INRAE, their mixed research units. And they launched this project financed by Ceva, but also F2E Carnot. And the idea of this project was to be really field-oriented, try to find solutions for the field. So we were working with dairy sheep farmers, such as where we are here today. And these dairy sheep farmers were recruited for the project through usually their veterinarians or their technicians, people that knew them well, that knew they would be interested in participating.
Valerie, can you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your farm?
We operate in a highly autonomous, pasture-based system, so the ewes graze on grass whenever they can. From March to November, they graze every day. After that, they are supplemented with hay and cereals produced on the farm. Then we deliver to the SAS Les Éleveurs du Rougier, with whom we have had a partnership for 6 years. So they collect the milk, which is sold to independent cheesemakers.
The production standards apply to the cheese you have chosen, to be transformed into Tom du Rougier cheese.
Let's say we have an internal set of standards. We broadly follow the Roquefort appellation. Since we are located within the Roquefort production area, a set of standards that already exists and is closely linked to our production area. So we apply the same one, and we apply the STG, Les Différentes specifications, since we are recognized by this entity, which allows us to promote and highlight our cheese, which we created 3 years ago, the Tom des Éleveurs du Rougier cheese, which won the Cheese World Gold Medal in Tours in 2023. And which gives us some recognition for the work that we do with our animals. Well, the everyday life.
So the choice of the Lacorne breed, because in any case, according to Roquefort's specifications, it's the Lacorne breed.
Yes, it's the local breed, so very well adapted to our system and the region where we are.
Bonjour Olivier.
Hello Olivier.
Hello.
Thank you for welcoming us here at one of your members' farms. Can you tell us a bit about your members?
Yes, we at AVEM, the Millevoie Livestock Veterinary Association, we operate within a convention framework. So AVEM is the livestock structure that has an agreement with a veterinary practice called VetoDoc, which operates around Millau and Rodez, covering approximately a 100 kilometers radius around Millau. We are mainly focused on small ruminants, primarily dairy sheep. Another particularity is that half of the farms are in organic production, like here at Gekdieser in Canberra.
Okay, so you have farmers who rely a lot on grazing, especially in organic farming.
Yes, grazing is widely practiced in organic farming, even in Roquefort, since in the Roquefort appellation specifications, they encourage farmers to let animals out as soon as conditions allow. So indeed, there's significant exposure to parasites.